my feelings. Yeah. I think it's something about your tone. Yeah. And if you're feeling like I'm feeling, babe, put down the phone and come on, yeah. Come on. Your conversation got me anticipating you, babe. Come on. It's pleasure for two, only thing that's missing is you, babe. Come on. Whatever you need, I will provide it indeed. Baby, won't you come see me? Yeah. Your vibe is so erotic, babe. Yeah. Forbidden fruit I can't ignore. Can't wait another second, girl. So hurry on over, baby, so we can get in trouble, baby. Come on, come on. Your conversation got me anticipating you, babe. Come on. It's pleasure for two, only thing that's missing is you, babe. Come on. Whatever you need, I will provide it indeed. Baby, won't you come see me? I can't wait to see your face and touch your body, baby, all over your face. I can't help myself, you're talking too good, girl. Soldier, 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 come see me, hey. Come on. Your conversation got me anticipating you, babe. Oh, come on. It's pleasure for two, only thing that's missing is you, babe. Come on, baby. Whatever you need, I will provide it indeed. Baby, baby. Your conversation got me anticipating you, babe.
Well, all right, everyone. Come see me. Here it, let's jazz it up. That is J.Henry live on Come See Me. Phone lines are open. This is Lady Diva here. Call in. All right. I have with me professional jazz recording artist, saxophonist J.Henry live with me this evening. All right, J.Henry, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. How are you this evening?
All right, that voice of yours, woo, can put chills through a woman's soul. Come see me. I love that track. Where are you calling from?
You. I'm actually calling from the ATL. The ATL.
All right. Yes, that's where my biggest fan base is at. Hello, ATL. How my fans doing out there this evening? Tell us a little bit about Come See Me.
All right, come see me. As you stated, I am a jazz artist as well as a vocalist. I'm a saxophonist. I'm actually known for my sax playing. This particular track was produced by Marlon McLean and Rashad Holiday. It was originally supposed to go on my Evolutionary album, which is the current jazz album that I'm promoting. I couldn't find anything to do with it on the sax, and when I decided that I was going to do a jazz album, not a jazz album, I'm sorry, a vocal album, I started listening to the track again, and you know, I already liked the track, but it was something about this particular time listening to it, you know, the words started flowing.
Yeah.
So I called Marlon. I said, hey, Marlon, I'm going to use the track. I found something to do with it. Wrote the song. We got in the studio, recorded it. I let Marlon hear it. He loved the song, but he didn't quite like the second verse. So he introduced me to another writer, a fellow writer by the name of Dennis Bettis, who actually wrote one of Charlie Wilson's big hits with him, And he wrote the second verse, and I went back in and re-recorded the second verse, and then we listened to it again, and it was magic. I thought we were on to something.
Well, you did a very good job. You all did a very good job. Wow. I love the track.
Thank you.
Kind of got chills on my arms, I like, okay, this one's going somewhere. Okay. So tell us all how your music, tell us all how your music career began. What sparked your talent? Yeah. Did you start off playing a musical instrument first, or were you singing first?
Well, what happened was I've always loved music as a child, and when I was I'm a twin, so my brother's a vocalist as well, singer-songwriter. So when I was 7, we joined church. Baptist church, and we started out in the choir, of course.
Okay.
And then by the age of 9, my stepmother's brother, he's a jazz musician. By the way, I'm from New Orleans, the 504. My stepmother's brother is a jazz musician, and he was a saxophonist, clarinetist, flautist, played all the instruments. And one Sunday by my grandmother's house, I said, I want to play an instrument, and they were like, what do you want to play? And saxophone was the first instrument came to my mind. I didn't even know what it was, believe it or not. And he wound up giving me my first saxophone, teaching me the basics, and then the rest of it came, just listening to the radio and sitting on the porch making a bunch of noise, getting on everybody's nerves, and eventually that noise started sounding good, and here we are 30 years later,
Okay.
3 albums, and, and just doing what I love.
Yes. Wow. Thank you for that information. I researched and went through your biography. I see that you had shared the stages with Tom Browne, Daryl Williams, Keke Wyatt, a number of others. Have you ever collaborated any music with any these artists or any other singer-songwriters, jazz artists?
Well,
Okay.
I've collaborated on record, let's see, on my Phenomenon album. I collaborated with the Rude Boys.
Okay.
On my Evolutionary album, I collaborated with comedian Rodney Perry, actress, singer Jasmine Burke, Ralph Johnson of Earth, Wind & Fire, Marlon McClain, who, of course, produced my new single. And in case people wondering who Marlon McClain is the guitarist for the Dazz Band.
Okay.
Also a sought-after guitarist and well-known producer. Oh, my God. Also, I actually collaborated with Tony Terry on this project. As well as Gary Lil G. Jenkins, the lead singer from the R&B group Silk. So this particular, this particular Evolutionary album, I mean, it's just, woo! It's,
wow. We're going to get into that later we're going to talk about that later in the show. About that. You need to explain that part. So I would like to go ahead and spin Go. Is there a brief story with this track, Go?
Yes. This particular song, I was looking for something that had an 80s feel to it, and I was talking to Ralph Johnson from Earth, Wind & Fire. He's my mentor, and I told him, I said, look, I can't afford to have Earth, Wind & Fire on my album, but if you have a song, I was honest,
Yeah.
But if you have a song that you've written or something, I'd love to have you either produce or remake a song. So this process went on for about 6-7 months, and then he hit me up one day. He told me to listen to this song, Go. It was written by him and Marcel East, who's the brother of Nathan East. They wrote it for Philip Bailey's Chinese Wall album. So this song was originally recorded by Philip Bailey, and it was produced by Phil Collins.
Oh, okay.
So I went to YouTube and listened to the song, and I fell in love with it. So the next process was asking Ralph, "Are you going to produce this, or am I going to produce it?" So Ralph said, "You produce it. I want to hear what you do." So I assembled a group of musicians in different states and different studios, and we literally pieced the music together. And when I tell you, Earth, Wind, and Fire is my favorite of all time. You know, to me, there's no one better or nothing. So this particular song was like, number one, it was the hardest song I ever recorded, but the pressure on it because you want your idols to like what you do.
Right.
So
Right.
we got in and recorded it, and Ralph Johnson video called me, and the smile on his face it just melted me. You know, knowing that number one, I was able to keep his music alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to know that I did this song justice, and that was the one things that I wanted to make sure I did the song justice. And we had a lot of fun doing it, and it came out wonderful.
Well, I'm going to spin go, and you
All
stay in
right.
your seat, and we'll be right back. Here is go,
All right.
everyone.